Across now to our regional correspondent, Philip Sherwell in Bangkok. Philip, what more do we know about today's hearing?
Well, she was put on trial today for two of the early offences she was charged with after she was detained during the pre-dawn raids of that February 1 coup. And those were the first cases the military could find to put against her, which were alleged illegal possession of walkie-talkies that weren't supposedly properly registered, that were found in her house, doubtless used by her security staff, and campaigning during the pandemic last year in November's elections, which her National League for Democracy won overwhelmingly. Now, those offences carry 2 to 3 years in prison. We only know that the trial has really started today because the trials are in secret, and all we hear is when her lawyers can release some information. But much more serious cases are also facing her, and they'll be opening in the next couple of weeks. Of rampant corruption is alleged against her, and also breaking the Official Secrets Act and fomenting unrest in the country. They carry sentences of up to 15 years. And really the bottom line here is the military is determined that she is going to be found guilty of some sentences that carry some allegations that carry lengthy prison terms to rule her out of a political future. The junta has said they will hold elections at some stage. What they don't want is her or her National League for Democracy running again after she won the last 2 elections overwhelmingly.
Philip, this is all happening as the UN Human Rights Chief in recent days has been warning of spiralling violence in various regions of Myanmar.
Yes, that's right. The military has really crushed the street demonstrations, those huge protests that you saw in the early weeks after the coup. But what has happened is that the opposition now has moved into a sort of a low-level insurrection, both in the cities where there are acts of sabotage taking place, but also in ethnic areas. And there the military has reacted in its characteristic, very heavy-handed fashion, using heavy artillery. We're hearing that there are tens of thousands of people on the move in certain ethnic areas. Churches have been hit that were sort of a place of refuge. Villages have been bombed. And Michelle Bachelet just gave this dire warning of the catastrophe sweeping across the country. So although, the military has somewhat sort of imposed its control in the city centres, the resistance, the opposition is very strong. A lot of the protesters have taken to ethnic areas for military training. The opposition government has formed defence forces. So the fighting continues, and the military, which has a history of brutal crackdowns, is continuing them from all we hear.